No man or woman ever are in seclusion together except that the shaitan is always their third. Don't ever think that you are so powerful and innocent enough not to fall into temptations. He said, Ya Sheikh, I've never done anything like that before in my life. And then suddenly 1 minute became 2 minutes and 2 minutes became 5. And suddenly I found myself doing the haram with her, the absolute zina. And Ya Sheikh, I don't know what happened to me. And then after this temporary lustful enjoyment, suddenly it was ended. And when it was ended, my temptations cooled down, my lusts cooled down, and then my conscience and my iman came back, and the guilt and the shame began to hurt me. I felt like I was about to fall to the floor. I felt like hate began to rise in my body in a way of guilt and shame that I wished I could never exist. I said to myself, ماذا فعلت? What have I done? What about my wife? What about my children? What about my hereafter? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive me for this. Oh my God, how I penetrated this wall. Ya Rab, he said, I forgot about everything. I just began to scream and I rushed out of the door and ran down the stairs. He says, at the door of the hotel, I saw one of the main culprits that was with us. He ended up being, sorry for this word, he goes, he ended up being a pimp, one who hires women, who takes money. And I had been one of the victims of this person after I knew. I said, subhanallah, I wish that they would have just taken my money and told me what they're trying to do to me. But subhanallah, I ended up doing zina, a major sin. Ya Allah, what am I going to do? And he says, that man who was with me, he's a Muslim apparently. And he said to me, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said to him, I have committed zina. Do you know what zina is? It's adultery. And the man just said to me, he had a bottle of wine in his hand. He said, oh, it's easily fixed, my friend. Here, just drink a little bit of wine and you'll forget all your problems. You won't feel any guilt. You won't feel any stress, nothing. You'll just forget, enjoy. And he said to him, subhanallah, after now that I may be denied the wine of Jannah, I've been denied possibly a wife in Jannah. You want to deny me now even the wine of Jannah? And then what did that man say to him, the shaitan? He said to him, Inna Allah ghafurur rahim. Allah is forgiving, most merciful. Allah will forgive you, don't worry. And he had forgotten that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also shadidul iqab. He is also severe in his punishment at the same time, my brothers and sisters. He has prepared for the criminals a fire, that on the day of judgment 70,000 ropes around it. On every chain there are 70,000 angels. If one of them lets go, the fire will eat everyone. It has a terrible roar. He had forgotten that Allah is also Shadid al-Iqab. I said to him, the person who was speaking, Ahmed, he said, I pushed him off me and I said, leave me alone. Leave me alone, you've done too much damage. He said, I went out of the hotel, Ya Sheikh, I don't know where I was going. I kept roaming the nights like a homeless person, crying, I can't eat, sleeping in different corners, looking through garbage bags like a homeless person because I don't deserve to be in this world. I became lower than any person, Ya Sheikh. I don't deserve any forgiveness from Allah. The Sheikh looks at him. He goes, I didn't know what to say to him. I said to him, the best verse that I can think of in the Quran. I don't want the guy to hurt himself. There's still hope, inshaAllah. He goes, I just recited, قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Say, O Muhammad, to my slaves who have overburdened themselves with guilt and regret, do not despair from the mercy and forgiveness of Allah. Allah forgives all sins. He is the most forgiver, the most merciful. The young Ahmed looked at the Sheikh and he said, Ya Sheikh, that is true. Allah will forgive everyone but me. I don't deserve to be forgiven. I have Sheikhs around me and ulama. I come from a Muslim land of Hajj and Umrah. I'm married, I have children, I have wealth. I know what's halal and haram and I fell into it. I don't deserve to be forgiven, Ya Sheikh. This is not for me. Suddenly the announcement for his flight was heard and the Sheikh said I had to go. I took his contact and I went to my plane. And in the back of my head I thought, I've seen this before, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he'll forget about his problem and move on in his life. He said, when I reached back to Riyadh, about a month later, I received a call from him. And he said, I want to meet you at the masjid. And it was about Hajj season time that time. He said, I went to the masjid and I met with him and he had changed. He wasn't the same as before. He wasn't crying, he wasn't in distress, but there was something dangerously scary about him.